Hey guys, how's it going? Previously on the channel, we were working on, I want to say this was roughly 2 years ago. We were working on my 1968 John Deere 112. We swapped the transmission out of it. That was actually one of the first tractors I ever bought was that 1968 112. It originally had a Tecumseh HH100 in it, my least favorite engine. I hate those damn Tecumsehs. We took that engine out of it. We put a Kohler in it because the one that was in it blew a camshaft. And the one that I stuck in it was kind of wore out, so I pulled it back out and I stuck a 12 horse in it. And I put the one that came out of it in my red patio. It's been kind of an adventure on this channel, I guess. And then we swapped the transmission out of it because the transmission that it had, which is this one right here, liked to go into 2 gears at the same time, and for whatever reason it would lock up. Well, I know the reason why it would lock up, but why it went into 2 gears, I have no idea. So I thought it'd be a cool video to tear this down and see if we could figure out why it kept going into 2 gears, what possibly is wrong with it. I have a suspicion. I'm thinking maybe just what do they call that? The little things in there, the springs are wore out. I can't remember what they call those, but there's detent springs. I'm thinking the detent springs in there are wore out, and that's what's causing it to jump into 2 gears at the same time. Whether that's actually it or not, I have no idea. But I figured it'd be cool to take this thing apart and just, I don't know, see what failed. I also have another transmission that needs these axle housings because it's wore out, the bearings in them are shot, and I don't know where to find more new bearings. However, these are good, so maybe we'll take these. So let me set you guys up in a better spot, and we'll get this thing pulled apart. So now that I have you in a better spot, in quotation marks, a better spot, let's see about getting this thing pulled apart, shall we? I think the first thing that I want to pull is this. That way it is out of my way as I throw things everywhere and screw up. I guess more parts for upstairs. So I think now we'll take the axle housings off. There shouldn't be any fluid in here, I don't think. I believe I drained all of it. That one doesn't want to go. That one went. There should be one more on the bottom. So now we got to get the last one up on top. I don't see any fluid leaking out, so. Now, am I going to be strong enough to do this, or? Okay. How come that wasn't able to do that? Let's see. Still no fluid leaking out, so that's a good sign. Maybe. And I believe I drained the fluid that was in here out. So there shouldn't be anything in it I'm aware of. So now let's play the game of which hammer, we'll start with the mallet, which mallet is it going to take to break that loose? That was easy. Let's see if it actually did. It did. So now the axle wants to slide, which is not what I want. We got it all. There we go. That's your axle housing. And right there's your seal, I think. No, I think that's it right there, actually. Yeah, right there's your axle seal. thought it was all the way at the end, but apparently not. So now, that looks pretty good. Nice and shiny. Cool. So I guess now we'll get this side off. Now, is it going to be as easy as that side was to get off, or is it going to be worse? At the moment, I don't know if I want to try and rebuild this transmission or not. I think it would be cool to try to get it working again, but I don't think I have the skill set in order to do it, so maybe. Maybe not, we'll see. I've proven myself wrong before. Now, last one we did it with this. That was too easy. That one came off easier than the other one. Seal's still in place. It's got this outer one. I wonder what the outer seal is. Or if that's just to keep dirt out. That could be. That's a nice tight seal. Those, I would say, are still good. Now, whether I would reuse them or not, I don't know. There's your diff. Because the axle housings aren't in there now, they can freely move. So now, we got to take this off. I guess that is what you use to loosen it. Let's see if this will come loose. I'm missing one. And I'll bet you the one that I'm missing is the one that I need. That's it right there. Yep. Almost. Yep. That went in. So now, the fun part, getting it to turn. Let me see if I have something I can. Let's see if we can get this bastard off. Ready? No, that's just turning in the thing. Shit. It almost looks like somebody's tried taking it off right before. It did fit tightly in there though, but now I believe we have us a problem. I'd imagine that's probably been in there now for over 50 years. I doubt it would come out easy. So now we play with vice grips. One of my favorite tools. Why couldn't they just put a bolt in this? That'd have made it so much easier. See, now we could probably get away with not taking this off, but how do we slide that shaft through here with this on here is the thing. Unless we can get it to come out of the side over here, but I don't think we can. Actually, wait a minute. Because we've screwed ourselves over. This guy right here. That doesn't line up with that. That's something else. Nope. There it is right there. This is the one that lines up with that. That's just a plug. So we have to take this drum off too. That's the other thing. Yeah, we gotta take this drum off of here also. I bet. Wonder what holds that on. I'll bet you it's some kind of bolt on the other side. Flashlight real quick. Let's take a look at this, shall we? Looks like there's a roll pin. Wait a minute. Is that a roll pin? What is that? Where's that screwdriver? That's not a roll pin. What is that? Another one of those, huh? Great. Considering the fact that one's covered in oil, maybe it'll come out easier. I can't get on that one. I doubt it. This is the same size. Is that actually the same size? If we're careful, we might be able to get it, actually. I doubt it. It's wedged. We got it to come out. I actually need one of these for my blue patio, so that works perfect. Look at that. We got one out. There's your key. Funny enough, I needed one of them drums for the blue patio in the other room, so that worked perfect. Now, if only we could get that guy to come off, that'd be great. Maybe we can get this to slide forward. We probably can't without damaging it, can we? No. No, and I'm afraid to mess with that. I wish that would come out. We might just have to work around that. I'm not cutting that off. I'd like to save that hub if I can, but I don't see any way of getting it out. Found a socket. Oh boy, what a mess that was. The only 1/4-inch socket I have has a weird design to it. So for anybody who gets into the mess I was just in, 1/4 inch is equal to 6.5 millimeters apparently. As you can see, that just came out. You gotta be kidding me. That's the only one. Watch us drop this into the thing. I'd be so especially after all the looking I had to do to find it. Alrighty. We're getting to the end, boys. got us one, should be one right here. Just found. There's another one. It's gonna cause problems. So there. Come on, let go. I believe there's another one that's failed. So 3 of them decided they just want to be ripped out with vice grips. This one, right there, actually might, what I should do instead, because there is still pulp for these. That one came loose with the wrench. So I guess 6.5 millimeters is close, but not close enough to get the really stuck ones out. Once we get this stupid there we go. Almost. Got it. So we'll pull these 2. There's one. And there's another. So now we flip it back over. Ew, what a mess. And we get this one. Where is that wrench? There's that wrench. Maybe I didn't drain all the fluid out of it like I thought I did. Oh well. Oh, that one's a pain in the dick. Bitch. Fuck. Oh. Let's just play with this one, shall we? Did it turn? It might have. Nope. No, that didn't turn. That made it worse. We might want to grab a thinner pair of vice grips. Just trying to get that to turn is really it right now. That'll keep the table from rusting. Just a matter of getting this out of here. Seriously? Come on. That one's stuck. Well, I guess it's a good thing we're not planning on fixing it. Let me give that another shot. And if I can't get it to break, then we'll just use alternate measures. How do we get this to split? Idea. So let's see if we can get this thing to split. This little putty knife here. We should be able to wedge it in. Get it stuck into the. Just like that. That should cause it to start separating. How far in it we got, I don't know. There we go. We're not going to be able to get in too far up here because of that bolt. I'm hoping that it's out enough we can get it past. We should be able to get it past that, I would think. Now whether it's actually going to split or not, I don't know. How much fluid comes out of it if I do this? Hardly anything. Cool. Something to set. Almost looks like it is starting to split. It is. So might be onto something doing this. So let's see if we can get this in here. There we go. We got it to pull apart, so that's good. All right. That's not going to be a problem for right now on the front. So hopefully we should be able to get this thing apart. Carefully. So as long as we're careful, hopefully we don't lose anything inside. So can we get it to set? Now if we didn't have the stuff dropping, if we didn't have the axles in there still, we could get it apart. There it goes. Well, that's cool. So here's your gears. I would have to guess. No. I have no idea. I think these go on here. No. So up here's your shifting forks. We're going to learn this together because I have no idea what I'm looking at right now. These are your shifting forks. This is your shifting fork right here, and I think this one is too. Yes. Yeah, that's your shifting fork. That's what I thought. I don't know what this is. This is your fork. This moves the gears around, the top section of gears. And then the one that was just in there a minute ago, I want to say that's fourth gear. Where's the other one? There's the other one. This is your other shifting fork. This one controls your lower section of gears, if not your upper section of gears. This, I'm gonna go on ahead and guess, is your gear that sends, no, this is reverse. No, wait a minute. Would that be reverse? I would almost think that would be reverse. Actually, would that be reverse? It was sitting right there, but I can't get it to line up with that. There we go. I almost think that's reverse. I want to say that is. Whether it is or not, I don't know. And then right here's your input. Yeah. Your gears go to the input pulley right here. I'm betting that would line up with so where would the I do know, however, this is your differential. Let's see if we can get this out. I would think it should be. Cool. So now we can lay this on its face. This is your differential right here, as you can see. The way that works is there's a shaft here, gear on there, gear on there. There's a gear right here and a gear on bottom that spins with this. Now, when one wheel isn't getting traction or has less of a load on it, this will send power out to that wheel, which, let's say this wheel is on ice, that one's in solid dirt getting good traction, differential will send power to this wheel. Why? I don't know. Well, because it's easier to spin. That's why. I'm not a fan of that being that way. Now you can lock a differential by welding those two spider gears so that it doesn't do that, which I don't really see a problem with, but I've heard mixed things about that. So I'm gonna say, this is your gears right here, which they don't look too bad. They don't look too bad at all. There's a little bit of scoring. Oh yeah, okay. So whichever gear this one is, I want to say this is gonna be, this is first gear, so this is probably second gear. That's probably third gear. Wait a minute. This was, no, wait a minute. Wait a minute here. I'm lost. I have no idea what gear here is what. So I guess that's how it works. I'm sure somebody out there knows how this works. I'm just kind of messing with it and looking at it right now. Never really had one of these apart before. Ooh. Oh, I thought I had seen something broken. I was gonna say, what do we have here? Yeah, there's your input gear. What's this one for? This is probably for your brake. Well, no. Well, maybe. Or was that this one? I guess what we could do is we could put it back together. Theoretically, we could put this thing back together and find out how it went. great. I just cleaned off my hands and now we're doing this. That didn't go on there, did it? No. So I got that transmission all taken apart. I cleaned everything up in the ultrasonic cleaner with a simple green mix, just kind of trying it out. And I also used some purple power stuff on it, degreaser. So here's all the gears and everything out of it. And after doing some evaluating, I believe I have figured out maybe what the problem is. I think the problem was, these are your shifting forks right here. This is your bottom one for third and fourth gear. This is your top one for first gear, second gear, and reverse. I want you to see how easy that moves. It should not move that easy. Now, I'll come over here and you can already see that doesn't wiggle around like that one did. How hard this one is to move. This one takes some effort. So, my thought is, this right here goes in between the two shift forks inside the transmission to keep the lever from knocking this. I think what was happening was this one is so wore out for first, second, and third. This is first, second, and third, right? Yes. What was happening was this was getting knocked either into reverse or into another gear, which was causing it, because this controls a completely different set of gears than this bottom right here. I believe this is fourth, third, or this might be first, second. That might be fourth, that might be reverse. I don't know what exactly in here does what quite yet. I didn't really get a good look at it when I had it together because it kind of fell apart on me as I was splitting the case, so there you go. I haven't looked up any diagrams yet, so I'm still kind of trying to figure things out myself. But that's what I think was happening. This fork is so wore out. I mean, I can hold it with 2 fingers, and you can see how easy that moves. It should not move that easy. So, and that's what I'm thinking the problem is here, is that is wore out like it is. And I believe it would, what gear did it do it in? I believe, I'm not sure. I remember it doing it though. I can't remember what gear it always did it in. It did it in all the gears. It will, if you would put it in third or fourth gear, it would do it occasionally. And the belt would slip, but that was about it. So I never had it happen when I had it up in the top section with reverse first and second. So, and then over here, this is the one that the drive pulley goes onto. Here's your brake drum, you can see. This is your adapting plate for the clutch, or the pulley that drives the transmission. Still unsure what everything else here is. I think this is your gears. I think that might be also. So there you go. And also, as I was doing some evaluation, I noticed, take a good look at these gears. Just get a good look at that. I believe those are not supposed to look like that. These ones don't look as bad. That's about how they're supposed to look right there. That's rough. So somebody in the past, although again, 50-year-old transmission, I'd expect to see something like that, you know, so there you go. I think this is where I'm going to end the video for now. I don't really think there's anything else to show. I do still have the differential. However, the differential's in one piece. I have not taken it apart. There's really no point to take it apart because it seemed to work just fine, so I'm going to leave it alone. I might try putting this transmission together again and seeing if I can get it to work. I might not. I'm more than likely just going to put all this in a box and save it. That way I have some extra transmission parts. So yeah, there you go. All right, guys, I want to thank you for watching. Hopefully you learned something from this video. I kind of learned a little bit from it, but not really a whole lot. I've never had one of these apart before. This was kind of my first time, so pretty neat experience. So with that being said, I want to thank all you for watching, and I will catch all of you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye.